So listen, whether you're a mother, a father, a brother, a sister, a cousin, a baby mama, baby daddy, grandparent, it doesn't even matter what your title is. It is not acceptable for you to emotionally abuse anybody by telling them that their past trauma experiences that they deserve to go through those. Not acceptable. Having someone external or extra in the mix trying to explain to you why you deserve to go through what you went through and all the ill feelings and negative experiences that you suffered through, that you are deserving of that, and don't have your best interests at heart or even understanding on why you are the way you are, that is emotional abuse. Telling someone that the heartache and heartbreak that they suffered through, that they weren't worthy enough to actually feel love because they're just a shitty person, that's emotional abuse. Not allowing someone to express and be free within their own traumas and very honestly vocalize what they've been through and still have the nerve to sit there and put down that person for where they're at in their life, that's emotional abuse. Not dealing with your own demons and your shadow self and not healing from your own emotional issues and taking it out on somebody else, that is emotional abuse. Because y'all, let me tell y'all something. Anybody who knows anything about me and anything about my family knows that my family line has a reputation of being some kind of people, okay? I'm not the one. So please don't hold me in the same category. Please. I'm only saying this because I'm lightweight triggered. And this happens to people whenever you feel like you are internally doing the work, but somebody just doesn't want you to do the work because therefore they no longer have that attachment to making you hurt. Let go. That's why I say mother, father, brother, sister, grandparent, cousin, baby daddy, baby mama, I don't care what your title is. It's not okay to try to continue to leave somebody down on the ground whenever they've done put themselves there for a really long time. You want that person in your life? You want a relationship with somebody who has their face in the ground? Then do the internal work yourself so therefore you can help that person get the fuck up. Nobody likes being down on there, especially when you've done it yourself because you didn't feel worthy enough. But let me say this. When you start doing better for yourself, not accepting bullshit from people, not accepting the belittling and the bullying from anybody that remotely you've even give a shit about, and you start being free of all that toxic shit, you're going to offend some people. It happens, okay? Biggest lesson I've had to learn and accept is how people treat you is how they feel about themselves. So if somebody comes at you sideways about some insecurities and about how you are this and they're that, it's something that they're lacking within themselves. Don't take it personal, but take everything personal so you can grow. If you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. Let me rewind that. If you can't change the people around you, change the people around you. Because guess what? You're not meant to change the people around you. They're meant to change and evolve themselves. You're not always going to match the person next to you. And I'm not even going to get on the topic, but the person don't even have to be next to you. You could be spiritually bonded to somebody just from somebody you've bonded with. And it's up to you to decide whether or not you want to continue to be tied to that person. You got to do the work, people, for real. But don't be down on yourself if somebody else isn't doing their own work. Number one rule is you are already worthy. It sucks sometimes because the people that we love, even from a very young age, strip us of ever having or experiencing what that even feels like. And some of us have to spend years trying to find that within ourselves. But you are most definitely worthy. Number two, you are most definitely worthy of having a beautiful, healthy, happy life. Don't allow somebody else to strip that from you and tell you that you don't deserve that just because of what you went through. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. Don't get it twisted. Number three, Overcoming challenges and traumatic experiences in our life actually builds character, personality, and most definitely wisdom. So don't even get offended when somebody tries to tell you about yourself, about what you've went through, or who you are today, or any of that. They don't have to understand, I am who I am, just like you are who you are. And number 4, each day we learn something new. So don't take for granted of learning new concepts on how to deal with people, situations, just anything that may be going on in your life. And most importantly, take each day as an advantage to be yourself, because nobody else can do that for you. Also, if somebody tries to make you feel bad for their own wrongdoings, or trying to pick and poke at your sensitivity levels opposed to how you feel about certain matters in your life, or how you feel about that person in particular, that is considered emotional manipulation, which is also a form of emotional abuse. Truth is, we've all used manipulation in some shape or form or fashion at some point in time in our life. The sad thing about it is there are people out here who use manipulation tactics as their everyday routine to get something or a specific result that they want, which then leads to some type of trigger moments, and then it can either go one of two ways: in a direction of the manipulator not getting what they want because it causes conflict, or it can go the other way, where the person being manipulated feels guilty for giving in to something they weren't comfortable with. Manipulation normally comes from a source of lack of self-esteem or some type of insecurity, and more than likely some type of selfishness when it comes to trying to alter how somebody feels about a certain matter in order to get a specific result. It can sometimes be hard to recognize when you're being emotionally manipulated, because the manipulator has learned you so well that they pick and poke at your emotions to make you feel any type of guilt or insecurities about your own self, instead of focusing on why they're making you feel that way. So I'm hot and I'm sweaty and I think I'm done ranting now. I just wanted to share this because I know that I'm not the only one that's experiencing emotional abuse, and some people don't even like to acknowledge that's what they're experiencing. But it's not acceptable, and sometimes you just have to understand where the line needs to be drawn. Okay?